Howdy. See the garden? Okay, this isn't really a current affairs goings on thing. This is back to one of the things that I've been harping on for years. I always say stay grounded, rise above it all, stay out, stop from being pulled down into the muck, and try to be an observer. You can be involved. So I'm talking about the big picture here, everything that's going on in this world on every level and has been changing rapidly the last year or two, but really slowly starting to change this last 7 or 8 years. I've said we're in unprecedented times. You cannot think the same way that you have been your whole life, the same paradigm that's been going on, whether that's talk about politics, whether that's the right and left, it's all changed. That's all changed. If you're still thinking like that, like the right's wrong, the left's wrong, President so and so is right, President so and so is wrong, you're not seeing the real picture. You have to rise above it and see a bigger picture. This has been my theme for years, trying to just slowly, anyone who's just starting to wake up on different levels, health wise, you're starting to see that maybe not the mainstream, everything I've talked about and people like me have talked about, maybe the mainstream medical community and the doctors aren't right about a lot of things after all. We put them on a pedestal for years. I did, I was taught that way. I never really did though, but I was taught growing up that doctors are infallible. They know everything. Western medicine is the only way. Anyway, what happens if you're in the same paradigm and you're getting outraged at everything every week? I mean, if you're in that mode, let me just ask, can you remember what you were outraged about last week? Can you remember what you were outraged about the week before? This is what they want you to do. This is what happens with these cycles. Then the mainstream media is involved, our leaders are involved, institutions are involved. They want you to always be in constant fear. I've repeated all these things ad nauseum. What's the easiest way to control a people? It's basic military academy training. You keep them in fear and you keep them divided. What's been happening to us since I can remember? Fear and division. Because you get out there in the country, and I've talked about this because I travel the country, and I talk to people from all walks of life, from the far left to the far right, and most people, in general, want the same thing. And they're out there helping their neighbors no matter what they believe in. It's this social media feeding and the mainstream narrative feeding that keeps us, oh, those people on the left, oh, those people on the right. Then you're in fear. And what else happens when you're in fear and your anger and those lower vibration emotions? I've talked about this ever. That keeps you down in that lower vibration, meaning you're seeing less. And also, mainstream science has proven that low vibration emotions cause sickness, mental disorders, cancers, all sorts of things. So the goal is to be in a high resonant, a high vibration emotions, and that comes from higher emotions, vibration emotions, happiness, um, joy, gratefulness, being of service, all these things. And when you get into those high vibration emotions, or you try to keep yourself from being dragged into the muck, the lower vibration emotions, and you're rising above it and you're observing, it's not an ego thing, but you're observing and you're rising above the mess and you're looking at the bigger picture, that 40,000 foot view, you become an observer and you don't get dragged into it. And your emotions don't get yanked right and left and right and left and right. You stay grounded and you're an anchor in that storm that's around you. I've talked about this for years. This is coming into play now. There's reasons I talk about all these for years, because these are the times to be that way now, to be grounded, to be the anchor in the storm. So you're not getting yanked every which way. Now you can be involved. People, you see what I post. I've been posting stuff for years and years about my thoughts and philosophies, on COVID and all that. But I don't get yanked down into that. Sometimes I might, but I'm human. I might get a little perturbed at something, but overall, I'm always trying to better myself, to be the observer, to keep up, and then to offer what I see as my truth. But I'm not outraged every single day and frothing at the mouth every day. Those, you people, you're going to be our downfall. You're all going to, but you can't do that. We all kind of want the same thing. And we, the people, will be united, I believe, in my lifetime, the majority of us. It's going to be a wonderful thing. So start doing whatever it takes to keep yourself grounded, happy, in the moment. Be there for those that love you. And you're going to see a big change and a perspective too. It's going to be phenomenal when you start doing that. And meditation brings that in too. You know, the quickest way to get to these higher vibration emotions is meditation, or something that just takes your mind off the 60,000 thoughts that occur a day. Fishing, a hobby. I mean, you don't have to be on a mountaintop in a lotus pose saying Om all the time. Just something that keeps your brain. And you start practicing that and keeping your brain from going fast all the time, and you learn to slow down a lot. It'll become habit. And it's something that you can pull upon when you're in tough situations and be that calm in the storm. It's important, really. It is important right now. You know, you're going to get, I see it happen to myself. I lose friends. I don't. I'm loyal to a fault. I'll be loyal to anybody until they're not, until they just, you know, a lot of people have, I don't let beliefs get in the way of what I believe is true friendships. Never have. But people that I thought were friends let that happen, and it goes out. So I always tell all of them, there's no animosity. I'm here with open arms when and if you're ready to, you know, be friends again. No, I told you so's. No, you're right or you're wrong. I'm just always here. We rise above that. So anyway, take that into account and start working on yourself. Now is a really important time. Take care. Bye.